Okay, so I think that the major weakness of our presentation was that it wasn't very exciting. It was actually really, really boring. I mean, to be honest, I was bored giving it, which is really sad. So if I was bored giving it, I know that the audience was bored listening to it. In my defense, I was having a really, really awful day when we presented, but I still think that I, as well as the rest of my group, could have tried a lot harder to make it more exciting. I think that the boringness was such a problem because all of the really exciting concepts of our game were completely lost on the audience because the presentation was so lame. I think that if I could go back in time and do the entire presentation over again, I would definitely strive to make it more exciting. I would try to be much more upbeat and just overall exciting. And I think that if I could do that, then our audience would have been much more excited about our game, and they would have been wanting to play it, and the rules and everything else would have come across in a lot better manner. I do, however, think that one strength of our presentation was that we really, really tried to do it as if we were marketing to investors, which I think we succeeded in that. Having the concept of the game being used as an academic study aid, I think, in my opinion, is very, very marketable. And I think we definitely took advantage of that. So I would say that that would be what our biggest strength was. I also think that within our presentation, the concept of objectives was most difficult to explain and to discuss with others. I'm not sure if this was the case with everyone else in all the other groups or if it was simply a unique challenge for our group, but the reason that I think objectives were most difficult to explain is because of the nature of our objectives. Seeing again, is how the game was to be used as an academic study aid and a study tool, especially for college students. The main objective was for the player to actually learn something and to become more knowledgeable in their study area. And I think this was difficult to explain because, I mean, let's be honest, it's hard to get a room full of college kids to understand that you want them to play a video game so that they can learn. And that entire concept itself seems like it's something that's more fit for high schoolers or just grade schoolers. It's much more elementary of a concept. So I think it's hard to get that to come across to college students in an effective way. So that made it a lot harder to discuss with them and just overall much more of a challenge. But overall, I think that we did a pretty good job. I think we did decent, but I would just, if I could go back in time, I would definitely try and make it more exciting, and I think that just would have changed the entire nature of the presentation, and it would have been much more successful.